Shape community structure. The structure of a community is the result of many interacting factors, both abiotic, non-living, and biotic living organisms related. Here are some important factors that influence community structure: the climate patterns of the community's location, the geography of the community's location, the heterogeneity, patchiness of the environment, the frequency of disturbances or disruptive events, interactions between organisms. The climate patterns of the community's location. Species richness, global climate patterns, variation in temperature, solar energy input, etc. with distance from the equator can affect community structure. So can more local climate patterns, such effects created by mountain ranges, bodies of water, and even streams and valleys. The predictability or variability of climate can also affect community structure. For instance, some species may be unable to survive in a region with sporadic droughts or sporadic drops below freezing. The geography of the community's location. The geographical features of the area in which the community is found can affect community structure. For instance, island communities that are further away from a mainland tend to have smaller number of species than those that are closer to the mainland. This reflects that the chance event of a species arriving from the mainland is less likely when the island is more distant. The heterogeneity, patchiness of the environment. If there is more variation or heterogeneity in a community's environment, this may allow for greater species richness because there are more distinct habitats to be occupied. For example, imagine a community occupying a field and another occupying a field that is dotted with piles of rock. The second community may have greater species richness because species that can live in the rocks but not on the open field will be present in addition to those species that can live in the field. The frequency of disturbances or disruptive events. The frequency of disruptive events, including storms, wildfires, and landslides, can affect the structure of a community. The intermediate disturbance hypothesis suggests that communities with a medium intermediate level of disturbance may have greater species diversity than communities with very frequent or very rare disturbances. Interactions between organisms. All of the interspecies interactions that can occur between organisms, competition, predation, and various forms of symbiosis have the potential to shape a community. For instance, two species that compete intensively with one another may be unable to coexist in the same community, or a prey species may be unable to persist in a community that contains a highly effective predator. A community structure can also be shaped by the chance events that happened during its history. For instance, suppose that a single seed blows into the dirt of a particular area. If it happens to take root, the species may establish itself and after some period of time become dominant, excluding similar species. If the seed fails to sprout, another similar species may instead be the lucky one to establish itself and become dominant.